It's been a while, hasn't it? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Happy Christmas. We're having a holly dolly Christmas today. Cheers. Welcome to Website Rewrite. I'm really excited about this. We've been experimenting for a while using this incredible tool, Loom. And what today, as in every single episode from here on in, is all about is essential. By the way, do you like the lights? Freaking loving it. It's beautiful, isn't it? It really is festive in this very chilly abode. But Website Rewrite is fundamentally about how to do incredible things with what you've got. And we're all in an age of COVID right now. So we've got to just maximise our resources. We're all pretty thin. We're all pretty lean in terms of what we can commit to our websites. But you've seen the headlines. 36% of all retail is done now online. That's terrifying. I mean, it's taken literally a few years to totally upend the high street and change the game for millions and millions of retailers. And if you're not online, then really, are you even playing the game? I don't know. So what Website Rewrite is to give you some hard and fast rules, some ground rules, because I've spent literally dozens of years trying to help businesses communicate, whether it started with me being a journalist all the way through to editing magazines and doing digital communication seminars, workshops, consultancy, working with big and small companies, trying to really find out and channel exactly what it is that they do that is so good that should inspire future customers. So I've been thinking, well, what's the best way of kind of expressing this? What's the best way of getting to the core of what you need and getting your business beyond COVID? And Forbes does a 100 cloud companies list. See it in front of you now. And these are the big hitters, right? So these are the people who should probably be doing it best. But we're going to kind of go beneath the surface now, scratch beneath the surface and figure out what they're doing, how they can be doing things better. And really the format for this show is that I'm going to be looking at up to 4 pages on every episode, and we'll be picking out some good bits, some not so good bits, and trying to figure out a better way of doing it so that you can kind of take my expertise and my experience, hard earned, it's whenever I'm working with people, I remind myself of my friends who work in the trades, whether they're plumbers or joiners or builders, and they go and do a job and the guys are like, oh, it's amazing how quick you did that, how quick you fixed that, how quick you made my house look fantastic. And they're like, yeah, it took me a few days, but actually I've spent 25 years working so that I can do this in a few days, and nobody looks at the backstory. So what's really interesting is that you may be new to creating content for the web, you may be new to the world of digital. What I would recommend is that you just learn and start, figure things out, and hopefully things like Website Rewrite can help you get there slowly but surely, and just keep on looking out for advice and speak to people, look for courses. But more importantly than for me is about being yourself. And if you're working at the right organisation, you're running the right business, then actually speaking the way that people want to be spoken to should come from the heart. And it should be about empathy. It should be about looking at your customer through a lens of looking at yourself. Because if you're in the right business, then you're also, from a communications perspective, your ideal customer, not necessarily the person who's going to buy it for obvious reasons, because this is your business. But I'm just going to get Dolly Parton on now, a Holly Dolly Christmas. I'm going to run the whole thing through. Who doesn't love a bit of Dolly, especially at Christmas? So let's kick off with the theme tune before we get stuck in. So I'm starting right at the top. I'm starting with Snowflake. It feels kind of festive, a little bit topical, and we're just going to see how things go and plough through and see what's going on from here. Now, first of all, I'm noticing there isn't a favicon for this website, which is a bit weird. What's a favicon? It's that little icon that sits the top left-hand corner of your browser in the tab. That globe is just the default for Google Chrome. So let's have a quick look and see what's going on. Okay, well, this is the list. This is not going to happen again, is it? For starters, let's see what the website is. So it's got no disrespect to Snowflake. This is just the way that things work on the list. So Snowflake, sadly, I've not got the URL. So as I say, sorry about this, folks. We won't get this wrong next time. This is a one-off. Let's get over to here. and pull it in, see what we're dealing with. The data cloud, snowflake.com. I probably could have figured that out myself, couldn't I? Right, okay, brilliant, right, fabulous. We're off to the races. Bottom right hand side, the all-important GDPR crap, so we'll get sorted with that. Yeah, we'll accept those cookies to get the full Snowflake experience. Fast fact, Snowflakes, not a single one of them is unique. They've all got different DNA, which bits of ice, but get rid of this. 2021 predictions. I don't like this at all. It moves too fast. I'm not a big fan of carousels. They tend not to stick around long enough. Let's pull that back. Get rid of that junk. Let's get straight into the meat and potatoes. Fabulous. Right, okay. Typically, SaaS companies, which is software as a service, are the biggest hitters in the world of cloud. And like I mentioned before, we're going to be working through the Forbes list of top 100 cloud companies, and number one on this list is Snowflake. Now, whether that's number one as in terms of revenue and stuff, I mean, we could probably have a quick look at that now, couldn't we, just to get a little bit clearer in terms of where we're looking at now. Funding $1.4 billion. Okay, so these are kind of a big deal. 2,000 employees, run by Frank Stotman, or Scottman. Data platform. Anyway, let's get back and let's see what's going on. Straight away, I've got a new message. Oh, these boys know how to play the game. Let's have a look at that. It's probably intercom. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, not interested. Thanks very much, but let's put you back in your box, because we're here to deal with content on the website and to figure out what needs to be done. So always start on the homepage. Probably the least necessary page, because it's generally a smorgasbord, and people who come to the homepage, typically in my experience, have the highest exit rate. I typically go onto the homepage, they don't know what to do, so they leave. We don't want that. Bounce rate, do apologies. Snowflake, the data cloud, I haven't got a clue. Mobilize your data, access a world of data. I'm none the wiser. I'm thinking this is the website for you if you know what you want from Snowflake, because you're not just going to cross here and go, oh, okay, the data cloud, fantastic. It's very confusing, all right? So my first impression is not using the language that most people would want to use if they want a simplified experience. Backing up a little bit. So for me, the web should be absolutely simple. You never know who's coming across your website. You never know what their first language is. You don't really know exactly what that... Mummy's kissing Santa Claus in my head right now. I can't beat a bit of that. Ooh, a bit of a shiver. So keep everything simple, for the love of goodness, right? Imagine that it's a 7-year-old kid that's coming on your website, because there's a lot of 7-year-old kids these days who are billionaires. That's the nature of the web. So never assume, because assume makes an ass of you and me. I'm going to go through the homepage and then I'm going to draw some assumptions. Okay, so the data cloud, mobilize your data, access a world of data. Why Snowflake? Very bold but relatively small button. And then you've got Data Cloud Summit 2020, which I suspect is in the past, because we've only got about another, 12 days left of the year. Not so sure that's relevant right now. Bad for a overly moneyed company, I'd say. I would expect better of them, but anyway, that's by the by. Let's just whack back up to the main navigation platform, solutions, data marketplace, partners, services and support, resources, company, start for free. Okay, the only real thing of interest to me there is start for free, but then I'd have to know what Snowflake is the data cloud. Platform, no idea. Solutions, don't know. Data marketplace means nothing to me if this is the first time I've come on the website. Give me some simple here. Partners, why should I care? Services and support, probably going to be the first item on the navigation if you actually care about your customers, because let's be honest, they're coming here to find a solution, but solutions doesn't really feel like the language of the customer, so they're probably looking for services and support. Resources, yeah, okay, that could be a blog, not sure, not interested. Company, talking about yourself again, Mr. Narcissist? Not for me, that. And then again, we've got some more navigation down here with that lovely little moving border at the bottom. Who decides which of these items shouldn't be on the main navigation? Oh, jeez. Wow. Good God. Let's have a quick look. Shift Control and C, and let's have a quick look. Shift Control and I, do apologise, which brings up the inspector. and let's go and have a look at what this looks like on mobile. No, that's no good to you, is it? Let me get me out of the way. See if I can get this working, because if not, it's a bit rubbish. There we go. Fantastic. This is an approximate representation of what it looks like on a mobile. A little bit nervous because this navigation down here isn't responsive, but that's okay. Never mind. Let's have a look at the main nav. All right, solutions. What does that mean? Industry solutions, department solutions. Really? Department solutions? Really? What am I? What is this? Oh, God. This is going to be a long half an hour. Right, okay. Get stuck into the main content on the homepage. Eliminate data silos and run your workloads from a single platform. This is clearly designed for the IT professional. And even the IT professional, what does that actually mean? There are IT professionals of every denomination. Most of them aren't going to know what you are. More and more I'm looking at this website, the more I'm thinking, you've got to have come here from a recommendation and somebody must have fully briefed you. I get that it's technical, don't get me wrong, right? I'm not a highly technical guy. I've worked on the web for quite a long time, but I don't know a lot about what goes on behind the scenes. But you're telling me by saying eliminate data silos and run your workloads from a single platform that you've got some solutions in mind for the target customer to validate my assumptions at this point, because this is a lot of words and not a lot of solutions. Again, probably not great for accessibility. Light blue, not great with white text. Whole lot of errors going on here as far as usability goes. I'm just going to switch this inspector off. Do the research, lots and lots and lots of bad accessibility. Podcast, great to know, but why should I listen? Rise of the Data Cloud podcast yet. Talk about yourselves again, guys. Not a big fan of that. Analyst report, okay, great, yeah, wonderful. Ways to get started, interesting, which looks like a regurgitation of what we saw on the secondary menu here. Weekly demo, office hours, blah, blah, blah. Yep, same rules apply. Join us for a live Snowflake demo. I'm starting to get excited now because they're finally going to tell me what they do. Learn how to easily and securely store, integrate and analyze data with near infinite scalability. It's only a comma, we carry on. Enabled automatically or on the fly. Right, okay. Scratching my head a little bit here. Wondering where to go with this. But we're starting to form some realistic hypotheses about this place and what needs to go on. Look at this. Look at this. We've got non-Snowflake. Very American. Hours and hours back into their day, if not saving thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars. Wow. Straight away. Is this not what we want? All the data in one system, the power to computer process, that when we want to. Okay, fair enough. Right, okay. So I'm instantly surmising that these testimonials are telling your prospective customers what they want to know about Snowflake. So why are you burying them, guys? You've got 4 absolute solid gold testimonials here, saving hundreds of thousands of dollars in FTE. Sure what that is. Don't need to know. Not interested. All the data in one system. That's clearly a great solution. Changed our perspective on how quickly and effectively we can democratize data across pieces. I'm not sure what democratized data really means to your average man in the street, but I don't think that's what this site is geared towards. Effectively just eliminate all barriers, very vague, speed up innovation, speed up data use, speed up the improvement of our relationships with both our consumers and our B2B partners. Right, okay, so let me explain Snowflake to you, what I need you to tell me. Right now, you may have heard of a small video storage solution called YouTube. So I'm just going to open up a notepad document now, which you're not going to see, but it doesn't matter, because I'm just going to start making some notes behind the scenes now about what all this stuff is. I'm just going to start pasting in some of these. Will it let me? Will it let me? No, it won't let me. Can I do it this way? Do Control Shift and I. In fact, I'm going to do it the short, lazy way. Inspect that, and I'm going to see if I can copy and paste text this way from the paragraph tag. Yes, I can. Copy that into my Yeah, now we're talking. All right, I'm going to do that with the rest of this. Check some of the other... do the same again. Now I'm doing this because simply it makes it easy for me to copy the text into my notepad document. Alright, and then I'm going to go for the third one, and I'm going to whack this in. And again, I'm going to copy that into my notepad because this is going to form the basis for my video, which is quite exciting, isn't it? I'm finished with this one. Get that off. Oh, got a span style here. Oh, exciting, isn't it? If you're working on the web, I'm sure you're bristling with anticipation as to what I'm going to do next. Right, so I'm just going to recap this because you can't see it anyway. So customers have gotten on Snowflake. This is HubSpot's testimonial. Again, hours and hours back into the day, save thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm not even going to bother with the NFT and overhead. Not important. Right, okay. And then our next testimonial. Customers have gotten on Snowflake, gain hours and hours. Oh, we've already done that one. Apologies. Snowflake Data Cloud has changed our perspective on how quickly and effectively we can democratize data across Pizza Hut. No surprises there. That testimonial is from Pizza Hut. Third one, Rakuten, using the Data Cloud as a data hub, you can effectively just eliminate all barriers, speed up innovation, speed up data use, speed up the improvement of relationships with our customers and B2B partners. And that's kind of what it's all about. Well, if it's kind of what it's all about, then we need to be saying something about that. Right, okay. So let's just do some fancy gear here. I'm going to whack that to there. And I'm going to copy all this stuff and I'm going to whack it back in here. Right, so let's get back to the top. Right, so first thing I'm going to do on this page, no messing about, I'm going to create a video. I'm going to be bold, I'm going to be excited. I'm going to find those customers, Pizza Hut, HubSpot, Rakuten, and I'm going to get them to talk me through and give me some screenshots if they can, if they don't mind, or we could always use our platform as Snowflake to anonymize so that Pizza Hut, Rakuten and HubSpot don't need to show any of their corporate data. I'm going to take the context of those testimonials, some sound bites, and I'm going to bring them to life, and I'm going to put a video at the front of the page, at the top of the page, that explains to people who are perhaps as savvy as me exactly what's so great about Snowflake, because they've already told me, and I've got it in front of me here, customers can save hundreds of thousands of dollars. The Snowflake Data Cloud has changed our perspective on how quickly and effectively we can democratize data across our company. And finally, speed up the improvement of our relationships with customers and partners, speed up data use, speed up innovation. Wow, right, I want to see a video that puts pedal to the metal and shows me how Snowflake can do that. So do not miss the opportunity here to, if you've got a very complicated business model and you can't articulate it in a few words, I'm struggling to do that frankly right now, then get a video on the scene and the video will tell people everything they need to know. And don't forget closed captions, very important for accessibility. And also if people aren't really following the train of thought that you're sharing in the video, then this is a great way of helping people out. So I'm going to use that as the homepage. In fact, I want the whole homepage. You can throw all that stuff about engineering, data lakes, data warehousing, data science, data applications, data sharing, throw that down page. And actually, we've already figured out this is all about data, so why not let's go with engineering, lake, warehouse, science, applications, sharing. Quite fancy going for a bathe in a lake right now because my mind is boggled. Right, okay, so straight into platform. What is the data cloud? Where data thrives. Join the ecosystem, yada yada, dull, boring. Okay, lots of stuff that I don't really need to know. Do you know what I want to know? It's probably in here, right? Learn more. A modern data platform. Let's see if I can get through to this bad boy. Snowflake's cloud data platform, a global platform for all your data and all your essential workloads with boundless and seamless data collaboration. One platform, revolutionary architecture. Folks, really, seriously, I cannot tell you this enough. Dumb this bad boy down. Whether you're a business or technology professional, get the performance, flexibility and near infinite. There's that freaking chat. ranting on again, and near infinite scalability to easily load, integrate, analyze, and securely share your data. This is a fully managed service, simple to use, but can power near unlimited. There are a lot about near infinite, near unlimited here, isn't there? They clearly are like the bottomless prosecco of the data world. Number of concurrent workloads, Snowflake's for customer solution for data warehousing, data lakes, data engineering, data science. There is no harm in introducing new customers who are new to the world of data as to exactly what you can do. And this is why I think you've got a data podcast, that's great, but I bet it's a bit preachy. I bet there's a bit of assumption in there that people who are listening are already going to have a fairly high level of understanding about what it is you do. As much as you guys, I'm into engineering, science, lakes, application development, and securely shared and consuming shared data. I love it. And I sense that this is for companies that have data at the heart of their service offering. They have data intensive needs. They are hungry, they're thirsty for companies to manage their data for them. And I'm suspecting that Snowflake is kind of a big noise there. And this feels like I would probably consider Snowflake if they could just tell me a little bit more, show me a little bit more about what this actually means in the real world, not be feared or fearful even about appearing amateurish. And I think this is the trouble, because I've worked in academia for quite some years now, and I know when you start talking about professors, there's this tightrope between seeming really brainy and having this concern about people thinking that you're not quite as clever as you say you are because you're using the language of the common person. But actually, I think you show yourself to be a multitude more smart if you're able to express your ideas in simple ways. That is the secret. That's the holy grail. That's the perfect storm of ideas, is innovation through simplicity. These guys do it. That's what they're all about. Please, please, please never assume. If there's one thing that I need to tell you in this episode today, it does make an ass of you and me. So be stupid simple. Help me understand what near unlimited data opportunities really are. And like I say, I'm not trying to take away from the fact that this is for a certain kind of person, but in a year's time, the person that you're currently speaking down to may be the chief information officer who will be coming to you with a $50 million proposition. Better you get them now, and better you speak to the people who are ready now in a language they want to understand. So you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to be bold and ballsy here. I'm going to say what we need to do is not go on about our cloud data platform. You know what we need to do is solving your data challenges. Right. Oh, good God, sorry. Duplicate I. Let's try that, shall we? Solving your data challenges. Right, okay. Oh, you intrigued me. Now, how are you solving my data challenges? Well, I'll tell you how I'm going to solve your data challenges. Our intense expertise in managing data, providing customers with exceptional experiences is your, maybe is rather than is your dream brought to life. Say, I don't know. We'll work with this. Our intense expertise in managing data, providing customers with exceptional experiences is your dream brought to life. I don't know. There's a full stop at the end. That doesn't matter. What I'm trying to do here is kind of give people an inkling as to what it is that you're doing, right? And that video, Snowflake video, and I know this is supposed to be about writing today, but content comes in myriad different ways. Here's John. He's the Chief Information Officer of McDonald's. He manages 6 million computers. His data demands are quite literally out of this world because they're probably using satellites, I don't know, as well as deep sea server farms somewhere off Norway. What John needs is reassurance that all of his data needs are addressed. McDonald's are not data experts, although they are, but they're not the data experts. Snowflake is. We are cool as ice, and we're hot for your future success. Whatever. Right, so you've got John there from McDonald's who's going, right, you know what? Well, we are driven crazy by the sheer scale of our organisation. We needed somebody to give us a data lake, obviously, because we go kayaking every year as part of our annual all-hands conference. I'm deviating a little bit because I'm boring myself. Let's take this inspector off, by the way. Control Shift and I if you want to. Control Shift and I, yeah, if you want to turn it off manually. I didn't, because I get a kick out of not shortcuts. John was looking for a partner that could bring him the support and the confidence that all of his current and future data management needs were met. Well, guess what? John met the chief exec of Snowflake, that chap was talking to you about before, at a conference virtually, obviously because of social distancing. They had this instant rapport because John and Eric figured out that what John and his 25 million employees needed was a way to have that reassurance in their data, but also being relatively hands-off, because John's already pretty busy with doing a million different things. He wanted a partner who could provide him with a single interface that would control all of his data needs, and he liked data engineering, so he's a bit geeky, so he's quite happy sort of with that hockey stick learning curve. Once he got it learned, there was some sort of onboarding and some sort of academy for his colleagues who also worked in data engineering. This narrative suddenly developed some kind of supernatural empathy with other CIOs of a certain level, right, who have got a lot of money to spend. Now, clearly Snowflake are a big noise in cloud, so they're looking for those with certain tiers of requirements, the high tiers, you're up there on the ladder of requirements. The video is going to give you, by the way, do you like my lights? I just put them up for you. Feel thankful, at least. You know, I could be doing something else on 6 days before Christmas, but here we are. We've all got crosses to bear, haven't we? Which is, I suppose, kind of religious as well. So you've got videos there. Now, podcasts, because I know you're keen, Snowflake, on your podcast. Keep the subjects light, humorous, humble, straightforward, accessible. And I think if anything we've learned from today, it's about making things stupid simple, accessible, relatable, which is empathetic, isn't it? And not being afraid of asking nicely your clients to join you on a video, to join you on a podcast, talk about their experiences. Don't forget, the beauty of videos is that that's the top of the, what I used to call, when I was the podcast guy, top of the podcasting pyramid, right? Because if you've got a video, you can repurpose that. You've got the visuals, you've got the audio, you've got the content baked in. You can repurpose that as white papers, as podcasts, as blog posts, as social media posts. You've got the farm there to throw at it when you start with video. And video comes across as captivating. It's the best form of communications for everybody because, like I said to you before, you can put subtitles in there. But more importantly than that, you can do a few videos addressing all your different personas. I'm still not really clued up on what Snowflake is. It feels a little bit like a inside baseball sort of members community, but quite clearly these guys are dead keen because they've got a start for free button. They know what they want. They want you in here. They've got the chat there. They're gagging for it. So if I want to start a 30-day free trial, immediate access to their data cloud. We know it's about the data cloud now, don't we? I'm not sure whether they're going to host your website for you. I know they want you to come and bathe in their data lake. Aside from that, I'm still not completely confident. Most critical data workloads, you can enable them. Scale instantly. Right, so I'm theorising that this is an alternative to Amazon Web Services, AWS. Possibly. There's no idea. Snowflake, right, homepage, you've got your testimonials buried, you've got that secondary navigation duplicated right the way down the page, and false sense of expectation for your prospective customer, thinking, oh, is this the same as further up, or is this a different option? It's probably the same. I'm not interested. I am interested. I'm very interested. This is Website Rewrite. This is what we're all about. We're trying to rewrite the success of your website based on the content you have versus the content that you perhaps should have, the as is versus the to be state. But in summary, right, dumb it down. Keep it simple. Speak to everyone, but use your cliquey language if you must once people are signed up. Free trial. I think it's virtuous. I think it's wonderful. But please give me some examples of how other people have used the free trial. Testimonials don't have to be about paid subscribers. They can be people who came in and tried it and went, do you know what, that was the best thing. Not quite ready to use it right now. I'll use it in a year. But do you know what? You've told me everything I need to know. So thank you. I'm ready to come back to Snowflake when the time is right. You can sense my exasperation, but it is Christmas and it is a Saturday night. So, tread lightly. Thank you so much for joining me on Website Rewrite. I hope you've enjoyed this. Check out snowflake.com if you'd like to go and find out more about their data cloud and their lakes. Maybe a holiday there. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? We'll come back to you with number 2 on the Forbes Top 100 Cloud list at some point very soon, and I'm really excited to share that and future episodes with you. If you've got a website that you want me to take a look at, and I'm sorry I didn't get to 5 today, but the homepage took forever, so yeah, we maybe have to be more moderate with how we set out our store in the future. If you've got a website that you would like me to cover, get to me over at Twitter, which is at Dave Thackeray right now. The new website, wordandmouth.com, is currently being baked, and hopefully in the new year will be live to rock your world. But until then, thank you very much for watching, and I can't wait to catch up with you soon. Bye for now. See ya.